Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Melina from Me Crafty Scrapper on Instagram and here on YouTube. I wanted to share with you today a project I just finished. It's a mini album that I used with my Zutter Bind It All, and I wanted to share with you how it came out. I used this collection that has been in my stash for a while, and if you watch any of my Scrap Your Stash Sunday videos, you know that I love using what I already have, and I love fall. So this was one of the perfect stash projects for me to do, and I love the cameras that are in this and the mason jars. Love that. But this is a collection from Echo Park called I Love Family. I love Lori Whitlock's designs, and I have quite a few of her collections, her kits. And anyways, I wanted to use this kit up. I still have quite a few of the papers left, but a lot of the die cuts and stickers are done. And I can't wait to just put the papers that's left in my scrap pile and get rid of that cellophane wrapper that's been in on my shelf for ever how many years this has been out. 2016. Anyway, I love this collection. I love the colors, and I wanted to make a little mini album for this fall. We like getting out and doing things during the fall because here in Alabama, the weather is a lot nicer to us in the fall. So I wanted to make a little mini album so that I could put just a few keepsakes in it and some pictures. Let me show you how it came out. Okay, so it is approximately 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And I made it this size instead of just a regular 4x4, just so if I have some 4x6 pictures, I can just cut them off, maybe cut each end off and still use it in this without it going over either of the edges. I used my Zutter Bind It All. This is a 1-inch coil that I used in white, and I put some baker's twine in a few different colors just on there on the top one. Just very simple. You can get as creative as you would like on the binding. I just kept this one simple. Some of the pieces in here that are not 4.5 by 4.5, like this first page here is 4.5 by 4.5. This is 2.5 by 2.5. And I can either have that here, or I can flip it around to the back and that can just be my front. So I just thought that was neat to have a different little size there on the front. Like I said, this is 2.5 by 2.5. This is one of the stickers from, or cardstock stickers from the kit. I used some thread that I had and just took it apart, and then used my art glitter glue to get that down. And that's another sticker. And then there is some hexagon paper in the kit, and I just fussy cut that hexagon out and attached it to that cardstock there. And then the back is another piece of cardstock with another fussy cut hexagon, and I'll either journal or put a little bitty picture there or something. I'm not sure yet, but I liked how that looks, so I didn't want to change it. On this first page, all the papers that are in here come from that kit. So I won't even go into that. If it's not from the kit, I will continue to tell you where it's from. But if I'm not saying it is from that kit. These alphas here are a set of thickers that I just had in my stash, and I thought the color went really well. So it's a sticker that I just cut, and you'll see the rest of this sticker is on back in here. So that's my front. And then I put some more paper here and scored it at the top so that I could open it up and have a big space to put a picture. I can either put one sideways or I can put 2 pictures there. And that's just another one of the stickers, border stickers that I put there. And then this is a, if I'm not mistaken, it's 2.5 by 3.5 piece of cardstock that I put back to back. And then I adhered with some score tape this piece onto this piece on the, just on the back side, so it would stay really well. Added some washi just to cover up that raw edge there. And then that's a flip out that's just attached to this little piece here. So there's my flip out to add some more pictures. And that's another one of the border stickers there. Some more stickers there. I covered up that raw edge with some more washi, and that's just the back side with a different floral cardstock from the kit there. Okay, and then this page is really simple. Added just a little bit of the cardstock in a different color and pattern than this on the edge, and put a sticker there, and I put the seam binding here. I cut it at an angle and just put it back behind that sticker. I might have used some of the art glitter glue underneath that sticker just to make sure that that stayed really well. But that one is pretty simple, just so I can get a good picture on that page. And then on the back side of this, there is a tag, and I'll show you that pocket here. And I have a flip down here, and the reasoning why I put 2 different colors of cardstock here is because on the back side of this paper is hearts. When I made the front with the mason jars facing up the way they're supposed to, not upside down, well, when I opened this up, of course, the hearts on the back side of that cardstock were upside down. So I put 2 different, just to have a little contrast, put 2 different cardstocks there on the back. And then there is that pocket. I just used my score tape on 3 sides, did not use it there, and put that tag in there like that. And then that's some baker's twine up top, and I had poked, y'all can tell I'm from Alabama. I punched a hole in the top with this tool, and then laced that baker's twine through there, and then put a sticker on either side just to cover up the hole. This is a piece of vellum that I cut, and then, if you can see that, I used more paper punches to make the ticket edge there. And this is very flimsy. I didn't want to add too much weight to this, so I just put one of the cutout cards from the kit on the front with a couple of stickers, and then on the back it's another piece of cardstock with some white cardstock, a sticker, and then another sticker there. And like I said, I didn't want to add too much weight to that because it's, vellum is very flimsy, so I didn't want it to tear out. It's very delicate. This is one of the 4x6 cards that I cut down to 4x5. So I have that one, and I have one more in the back, and so they stick out just a little bit more, but I like that. I like the contrast of small little in the same book. I like that. So on this one, very simple. I just added some alphas from my stash there, and that's a epoxy dot that I added there from Cartabella. And then these next 3 are going to be pretty simple because I want room to add pictures. That sticker from the front there, I added the rest of it there. And that's got a pattern in it, but it's a very faint pink, so it's very hard to see. So that's not all white. It's got a pattern on it. I love that polka dot paper, so I just added a cardstock sticker in the corner and I was good. And then I like the stripe paper too. I kind of matched this over here with that little cardstock sticker there. Now this is a first for me. I have never done this before. Do you remember brads? You remember those? They were very, very popular when scrapbooking was very, very popular in the 90s when I started. And some people might still use brads all the time. I haven't picked up a brad or set a brad in years, but I decided this was a cute way to use my brads that I have in my stash. So this is a 2.5 by 2.5, I believe, piece of cardstock there that's in the binding. Okay. And then I have a brad set with a 3 by 3 piece of cardstock with a white mat on the other side. And then I have a brad setting this one. So they're separate. See, you can see the little piece of cardstock there in the middle. And then they're separate. And you can fold them out this way. Fold them out like that. And you've got two places for either pictures or journaling. And, you know, you could do the picture here and do the journaling here. And you could even add pictures or journaling to the backs of these and add some white cardstock on either one. But I thought that was a cute way to use up some brads, and I covered the brads with some cardstock stickers and used some of the art glitter glue underneath the cardstock stickers just so they would stay really good on the metal part of the brad and back sides of the brads. But yeah, and then you just fold them back down. And they are inside that 4.5 by 4.5 kind of dimension that you've got in the whole book. So there's that little fun element. And then this is, let's see. I have two of these in here also. This is a 3 by 4.5 piece of cardstock here that's in the binding, and then I put a cardstock sticker here, and this is a flip out here, and I've got a white mat on the inside. I can journal or add pictures, so that's a pretty good size that I can add to there. And then on the back side, that is another piece of journaling cut out from the kit. And then just the back side of that flip out. And if I flip it on out, there's how that looks. And then my favorite part of the entire book, I'm very proud of myself. I made a vellum envelope and punched out, I don't know if you can see that or not, surely, yes. I punched out the little notch with my Old as the Hills Creative Memories circle punch. And here, because I knew that this would be sliding in and out a lot, so on this where the binding is, I added cardstock and I scored it and then punched the little ticket punch on either side, and then adhered it to that envelope, just so that it would strengthen that where it's bound in the book and cover up my adhesive that I put in there, because I put this envelope together with score tape. So on the back side, that's where the fold is, but I've covered it up with alphas and a cardstock sticker, and then this is also hiding that seam and the back seam here. And then I just added this card to the inside of it. There's the back. And then, see, you can see here where that seam is. And I covered it up with those stickers on the back. And then when this is in there, it's also covered up. Let me get it back in there. Vellum is not the easiest to work with. It's not that forgiving, but I really like how this turned out. That is my favorite part of the entire book. I think I might be making just a book with vellum envelopes and inserts. I think that'll be my next mini album. I really like that. I'm very proud of myself for getting that accomplished and actually doing that. And that's just out of a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of vellum. And I just cut it down to what size I wanted and used my score tape to make sure that it stayed together really well. And that was it. It was easy from there. So there's that. And then this is another one of those 3 by 4.5, like up front. And I added some of that seam binding with the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. And then this is cut out from that hexagon paper that I showed you earlier. And I didn't adhere it up top so that when I want to add a note, or if I want to add a picture loose or something, whatever, that it can go in behind that. So I didn't adhere that at the top for that. And then you'll see here I have some washi on the edge. And it's holding this flip out here. And if you'll notice this, I put love and symbol, live, life. I liked how that come together, so I added the alphas to go right along with it. Added a cardstock sticker here, 2 mats on the inside, and I'll have to glue that washi down with my art glitter glue because I saw it's coming up right there. But it is glued in the bind right there in the score. All right, and then this is another one of those 4 by 6 cards that I cut down to 4 by 5. And I just left it as is because it's beautiful like it is. Then on the back, I used some more vellum. This is just a cutout from one of the cardstocks. And you flip it down and open up the vellum, and you have a journaling spot. And you can even make it a secretive journaling spot because it can be covered up quite well when you fold it back down. That was just a little something I added. I don't really know why, but I mean, I could even add more here. I could even add a picture there to cover it up even more, and then just journal on the inside. And then that little flap works very nicely to keep it closed. The one thing that I will probably change, I don't know, I might leave it alone, is, and I didn't notice until after I'd already added this, I have 3 banners just right there together. So that might get to me. But amazing family memories. I love you. And then this is one of those little journaling cards that's in the kit that I just cut out. And I cut a little longer on the one side of that other journaling card just so that I could have me a little tip in there. And I'll add a good size picture there. I might even add a white mat, but I just left it as is right now. This is some more baker's twine that I just rolled up in a circle. And then I added some washi, thin washi on the top, and then used my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher and then left these ends hanging so that when you close it, it's just, you know, a little dimension, a little something to catch your eye there. All right. And then the back is just another piece of cardstock that I cut down. This, where the white is 4.5 by 4.5, and I just cut this down to matte. And that is a beautiful cardstock sticker that was in the kit. And then I just put my little signature box there. And that is it. I really love how it come together. There is the top view. If I could move my hands. There's the top view. And I love how it's all different sizes. It's not all uniform. I love my little tip ins and my tip outs. And then that little element there. I like how that come together too. But of course, I'll go back and go back and go back to my handmade vellum envelope. I really like that. So, if you have any questions, let me know. Each page is double-sided. So, I mean, even these here, this is two sheets together. I appreciate you coming and joining me today. If you have any questions, let me know. I will leave dimensions in the description box below. Of course, all dimensions won't be in there, but if you have any questions about any particular item that's in the book, let me know, and I will do my best to answer that for you. And I appreciate you. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.